Hello everybody, it's me, Peak, your Dungeon Master. A lot of stuff has happened in the world since we last released an episode. We all hope that you're staying safe and being good to each other. The following episode is a live show recorded on the 20th of February 2020 at the Oxford Hotel. Because of current events, it's going to be difficult for us to get together and record our live stream for a while, so we'll be switching to an audio-only version of the show that we'll be recording remotely from our homes. New episodes will go up very soon, so stay tuned. But for now, just sit back and enjoy the episode.
And now, for our regular scheduled programming. Let's see what's happening in the magical metropolis of xan'moxie in this thrilling installment of Dungeons & Drag Quiz!
So our story today begins, as always, in the marvelous metropolis of xan'moxie, in a magical city of glitz and glam in the center of the multiverse. We open as our three heroes are in the smoldering remains of a restaurant in the Sunken Harbor District, the site of where Tomcat will be opening his future restaurant as part of a deal with the sea witch Beatrix Brine. It's early in the evening, and Tom has invited his friends Cleo and Miriam over for a home-cooked meal. So your very first question is, Tom, what have you cooked?
Toasties. It's always toasties.
Tom, what is the name of this restaurant that you're about to open?
Tom's Toasties.
Very good. So what's in these toasties?
All right. So I've got an adventurous, and one's got 3 types of cheeses. Another one's got 4 types of cheeses and some mushrooms.
This is a high fantasy world.
Sorry. 5 types of cheeses.
Thank you very
and
much. Oh.
3 type of fungi. Yes.
Did one speak as you were chopping it up?
It said, "Don't you?" Yeah. I hadn't killed it yet.
Oh boy.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Hello, look what I've cooked for you.
Oh, toasties again.
Yes, I know how to do other things, but these are the best.
You've used 5 types of cheeses.
And 3 fungi.
I could hear the screams.
Yes, they said, no.
But you know when it's 5 types, you can't just have 5 slices of the same type.
It's 5 slices of different types.
Oh, you're getting
Of cheddar?
experimental. Oh, okay.
That one is a mild.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a more mature.
Mm-hmm.
Here is, well, that's just a craft single, but I like the texture, you see.
Well, thank you for this.
You are welcome.
And Cleo puts it down. Like she just moves it to her mouth and then puts it straight back down without taking a bite and says, food.
You didn't eat it.
Nah, high elves eat things differently. And just...
And so you said it's smoldering? Is it still like hot?
Yeah, so this restaurant was destroyed in a live show like 2 years ago. It's still smoldering to this day.
Was anyone here for that show?
No, this was like Betty Brine era, Gus. Yeah, Gus was here for that. Yeah. It's still smoldering. It's a bit more built up now. Since the contract has been made, coral golems have been putting things in and out of the restaurant. There are some tables and stuff, but the walls aren't all still there.
Wait. They're putting things in and out, like they're putting like tables and chairs against a wall and like, I'm not sure about that wall. Maybe we try the other one.
And the wall was simultaneously being built and disassembled. Great.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Great.
The smouldering, is that like a charcoal that I could be cooking over? Is that what I'm using?
Yeah, I don't think there's a functioning kitchen yet, so definitely.
Yeah, cool. So they're kind of like real burnt on one side and then pretty much raw on the other due to what I got going on in the kitchen.
Wow.
And they're also just really salty and soggy in some parts.
Yeah, that's because I shook.
Presumably, Cleo and Miriam, you think it's because of the seawater that is constantly dripping from Tom ever since he made a deal with a sea witch.
Yeah, it's not just sweat, guys. It's seawater.
His fur is matted and salty and just tangled with seaweed and various sea critters.
Tom, I've been meaning to ask you for this for some time, but are you okay?
I'm fine, but I'm sorry about the extra crabs in your free cheeses.
Oh no, I've never let a crab ruin a sandwich. And then she smashes one of the ones that were crawling out from the sandwich. No, I'm talking about you. And then she looks down at the puddle that's forming underneath Tom.
Oh, look, it's not easy being wet all the time. But someone's got to do it.
It's a curse, Tom. You don't have to do curses.
Oh. Well, I tried to get rid of it. I did a shake, and then it just come back again.
Did you do one of those baths cats do? Ineffective, huh?
It was.
Okay.
Tasted good, but...
Tom, could I get you to make me a Constitution save?
One moment. This is where I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, 0.
Oh,
14.
So you feel something in your throat, and you're quite familiar with this feeling. It's every time Beatrix Bryan needs to speak to you, as something has been lodged in your throat, and you are resisting the urge
doing it again.
to cough it up right now.
Get him off the carpet!
Move. And I just start running to the other side of the room and hide behind a table.
Some coral golems are like, oh no, the carpet! And they start running across, drag it from underneath him.
It feels large and slippery and slimy, and it's in your throat.
That's never happened to me before. Oh, what's that?
Tell me what manner of sea creature this is.
It's like an octopus, but instead of having 8 limbs, it's got like 14.
A rich tapestry of fantasy world building.
I'm very creative.
How can we tell it's got 14? Are they
I
like...
counted them.
Oh, okay. 1, 2...
They did. They come
They
out.
slowly-
They did. They,
Oh.
one
That's
came out.
distressing.
Yeah. And then the head.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And this 14-arm octopus just flops out onto the floor of Tom's Toasties, and it just looks panicked and terrified, and it just starts moving around, and then it stops, as if something has come over it. You see its eyes have turned blue, and they're looking right in your direction. Hello, is this thing on?
What?
Tom.
Oh.
The two of you are here as well. Perfect. I have a job for the three of you.
What you mean? No, I'm already doing this job,
Is that you, Betty?
and I'm still wet.
No, Betty was my younger sister. This is Beatrix Bryan.
Oh, Beatrix, right. Sorry, you all look the same with your 14 tentacles.
This octopus is merely a vessel. Anyway, I need a job done. It's about the restaurant. It's about competition.
Well, how do we even have competition when we're not even open yet?
Well, we don't have competition yet, but it could be a problem. This restaurant just opened up down the road on the Harbour District.
Do they sell toasties?
No, but it's big. It's popular. This could cut into profits.
Do they have 5 types of cheddar?
All that and more. It's a gourmet restaurant owned by the chef Varoche Lacloche.
Varoche Lacroche!
Such a
Isn't he
good
the
name for a
famous
chef.
xan'moxie chef you see on the screens?
The one and the same.
Oh, yes, he is very famous.
Well, what I got to do about it?
Well, look, I know we're still a months, maybe 2 months away from opening the restaurant, but I was thinking you could crush the competition. Maybe go there, cause a disturbance, leave a bad Yelp review.
I could shake on it.
Yes, perfect. Just cause a ruckus, or just be bad customers.
Bad customers.
Bad customers.
Some sort of bad people showing up doing bad things.
Yes.
I've
bad.
not ever done no bad things, but I'll give it a shot.
Let's give it a go now, and I just knock the toasty on the floor and
No,
tread it.
no.
Oh, I was just practicing.
Oh,
no,
that was
never
bad.
Mind. Oh, no, never mind.
That's all right,
Oh.
Cleo. I made you another one.
Oh, she pretends to fall over. Oh, no, I'm just rolling.
And it flies across and lands on the carpet that the golems are like, oh no!
Yes, perfect, just like that. But
Yes.
maybe don't have it traced back to this restaurant, of course. Wouldn't want to be generating a bad public image. Maybe you could use personas.
I see, because my face is going to be right up here, so they're going to know.
Correct. So I don't put on some disguises, go and pretend to be reviewers or something.
Tom
Reviewers.
just gets those glasses with the nose and just puts them on.
Wait, where did you have those?
How could you tell it was me?
You have a small cat nose. And
Oh.
that's a long, big human nose.
I see.
The humans.
I agree.
I don't know any good ones.
So it's agreed, you'll do it.
Fine.
All right.
We'll review this restaurant negatively.
Right, perfect. Here's some money. And Tom, you feel something in your throat again.
Oh, and I dive behind the table.
And you begin coughing up clams and oysters, all filled with pearls and jewels.
That's not too bad. Did I nick them?
Sorry, that doesn't sound like you're vomiting up shells and
Oh,
jewels.
no, I already did it.
You shouldn't have.
Really?
See, you don't say I can't treat you well. I'm very excited for our little partnership.
Yeah, about that.
Yes.
What? Well, I was thinking the 5149 thing. It could go the other way, you know.
No. It's fine as it is. I'm giving you a very generous deal. I helped you escape from the elemental plane of water. I'm bankrolling the entire thing. All you're doing is just the branding and the cooking.
Those are the best bits, but
Yes, what I'm saying is it should be an 80-20 split.
No, we're
No.
not negotiating contracts again. I swear to God, you octopus.
No, I inked that contract fair and square.
Yes,
I
you
agreed to
did.
5149.
all right. We'll go make a disturbance, but we'll talk about this later.
Yes. And the octopus's eyes stop glowing blue and it begins frantically running around again. Toward the door, maybe toward the ocean.
Fair. I arise from behind the table, and I've used my mask of many faces to appear as a small dwarven dwarf. Funny enough, a dwarven dwarf who's wearing like an ill-fitting suit and a little beret, and I appear and I'm like, I am Reviewer.
Wait, that's it?
Reviewer.
You just like dressed like a dwarf.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Do you think we all look that way?
I stand next to Miriam.
Okay, that's hurtful.
Can't tell you apart.
But you are not wearing a beret.
We don't all wear berets.
I know, because I am Reviewer.
This is humiliating. Well, I don't have any disguises.
I'm excited to judge people. What can I say?
Do you have anything, Tom?
Yeah. He points to the
To the
glasses
nose?
and nose.
Okay.
It's got a moustache. I don't normally have a moustache, so I think this will work.
Well, I can't go like this. It's obvious I work for the Park Wilds. I need something.
Here.
And
come-
then Tom just takes the badge off that says Park Ranger. There you go, now they won't know.
Come with me,
Alright.
guys.
No,
I thought this might happen. And I press a button on my scrying orb, known as a mobile phone in our universe. And my what carriage are we on now?
5B?
5B, I think.
5B. Carriage 5B pulls up. Run by Ballista.
Turret and Ballista, the twin
dri-
halflings who are your drivers.
Yes. And I open the boot, and a series of like racks come out from the boot with different clothing options for you two.
So do we get a montage now?
Yes, we're in
Yeah.
a montage.
Sick.
Okay. So the first thing Miriam puts on is like a completely camo suit. But it's like a dress suit, but it's camo. And then like a giant yellow wetsuit made out of like the umbrella material. And then just like a giant Christmas stocking. And then she finds a nice tux.
Yes. The
Yeah.
tux, it works. You have to get into the mind of someone who judges people for a living.
I'm rich!
Yes.
Money
Oh,
is not an object.
Look at that octopus. Judge it.
I have opinions and you are poor.
Yes, look at that bench. What do you think of the bench?
I wouldn't pay for that.
Yes. Now, Tom, your turn.
Tom goes like full drag. Finds like a really like slinky dress, red dress with like a really nice heel, and has some sort of like delicious wig that kind of flows down to his butt.
Yes. Do you feel judgmental?
You've been read.
We'll have to work on that one.
Yes, alright. Maybe you're the silent but strong type. What are your names? Do you have names?
Oh, I am Gary Gargoyles. The famously angry reviewer.
Okay. Gary, and
But my enemies call me Gigi.
Gigi. I like that. It's
Okay. Oh, that was
zappy.
Gigi.
Tomina. It's Tomina. Tomcat.
Genius.
Alright, we'll go with that. Fine. Let's go review negatively and judge everybody. I'm having a beautiful day. Do we get in 5B?
Yeah, you get into carriage 5B and you drive maybe 1 block.
On the way there, can we look up the Yelp reviews that already exist for this?
Yeah,
restaurant?
sure.
Yeah, what's on the Yelp?
You know from just the buzz around town, this new place is called Epicuria's Altar.
Epicurious
Epicurious Altar.
Epicuria's Altar.
apostrophe.
Sure.
They've even got those wanky glasses. Look, they're not even half full. They're tiny. They're like really thin. You could only fit half a glass of water. I would drink at least twice as much water that would fit in that glass.
Okay, Miriam, we're not there.
Sorry, I'm channeling Gigi right now.
Okay,
Very
I
angry.
love the enthusiasm.
Could I get you all to make me some history checks, please?
Yeah.
History check.
Was that a 7?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
7.
2.
Come on, Tom.
Relying on your history.
14.
Okay.
Okay.
With a 14, you recognize the name Epicuria as an old goddess of food, but nothing more about her.
She's good at food.
Who is?
Epicura. Goddess, she is.
Oh, right.
Food.
All right.
That's all I know.
But the chef that's not the chef. The chef is
Varosh Lacloche.
Vavosh
Yeah.
Lacloche.
No,
Harash
he's just gone and
Lacroche.
taken her name, put it on his restaurant, and expect fools like you to not know that he's not her.
Okay, this judgment carriage is getting a bit carried away. We will, we're here. I'll get out last to make a dramatic entrance. You first.
All right. And like Tom's struggling in the very tight dress. Pulls up the side. Oh, that's better. All right. You getting out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I follow behind. Yeah. And Miriam has like one of those golden like hair pins that's just like wedged halfway up and her hair's kind of half swept back. So it's kind of awkward. So she follows behind you.
Nice. And then, as I get out, the automatic red carpet that goes from the carriage door, that when I approach it, just rolls out. And then the Mission Impossible theme tune plays, which exists in this universe. It's a lovely orc who thinks he's on an impossible mission, but it always turns out possible. It's called Orc Cruise.
Okay.
And Reviewer pops out, this dwarven little man in a beret.
Sure, and the three of you step out of carriage 5B and you see before you the restaurant, Epicuria's Altar. And there is also a line around the block of people waiting to get in. You can hear just general murmurs of, oh, I can't wait to get out. I hear this place is incredible. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I've been a couple times. It's like pretty cool, you know. They just do umami really well.
Is there a group of 3 in amongst this line?
Yeah, sure.
Can we slink over and find out their names and get to the front to try and take their booking?
Oh.
Sure. Tell me how you're going to figure out their names.
Literally ask them. I'm gonna like introduce myself.
We'll tag
Hello, I'm
behind.
Tomina. What's your name?
Are you about to cut in line?
No, I genuinely like getting to know people in lines when they're in a group of 3.
Could you roll me a persuasion check?
Oh boy.
Well, my name's Mirabelle, this is Thompson, and this is Fred.
Oh,
What
it's
up?
lovely to meet you all. Who made the booking?
Could you roll me a deception check?
17.
Oh.
I mean, I am an influencer, so obviously I made the booking.
And it was
Who said that?
Mirabella?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a lovely name. Come on, guys.
Yoink!
Suckers.
Hey, that's at the back of the queue. Come back here. Ugh, whatever.
And then we go up to the front. Is there like a maitre d'?
Yeah.
situation?
Could you make me a collective stealth check to try and go to the front of the line unnoticed?
Okay, so I'm wearing. Would I be wearing heavy armor? I guess not.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
Underneath the tux?
Are you? I feel like it's a very Miriam move.
Sure, I'm wearing armor under the tux. So that means I get disadvantage, but I also have another item which is also under the tux.
They're all under the tux.
That's all under. It's a big tux.
It's a meaty tux.
It's a called the Cloak of Silent Tooting. So as long as I hold my breath while I'm wearing the cloak, I can roll with advantage on stealth checks.
Which would cancel out the disadvantage.
Yes. But when I exhale, it lets out a loud fart noise.
Why don't we
High
do this in
fantasy.
real time?
Okay.
Miriam, why don't you hold your breath while this goes on?
Okay, do I
After
still
you
need
tell
to
me
roll?
what you roll. Yes,
Okay,
please
great.
do roll.
I rolled a 12 plus 4, 16.
Great. And what else did everyone else get?
I got an unnatural 20.
I also got a 14.
Ooh, a dirty 20. With a 14 being the lowest. With 14 being the lowest, you do slip past the front of the line. Everyone's just busy talking to each other. They're talking about the restaurant itself. It's got quite a bit of buzz about it. And you step to the front, and there is someone there. Yes.
We have a booking on the Mirabella. I forgot my character. I say in my head.
Mirabella. Oh, yes, right here. Party of 3. Yes, right this way.
Okay. I think my friend might need to use the toilet. Le toilette.
Oh, yes, toilets are this way. I'll wait here for you to take you to your table.
Okay. Are we going to the bathroom?
And?
Classy.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I hadn't used that before. Woo!
You realize you were locking eyes with the guy at the front the entire time. And he definitely heard it.
Good day.
So I'll take you to your table.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.
So inside Epicurious' altar, you see it is impeccably decorated. There are spiraling stairs going up and down, and he takes you up the stairs to a very large chamber. There is just one large table at the center of it, and he takes you to your seats. Your server will be with you shortly.
Just have you know that we are reviewers.
And we'll just take the tap water.
Could you make me a persuasion check?
For me? Or for the tap water?
It's for the tap. It's for the tap water.
Actually, I think that's more deception.
For the tap water,
yeah.
alright. Oh. 13.
Han, what was your name again?
Reviewer.
Right, I'll be sure to tell the chef.
And I'm Gigi, the notoriously angry reviewer.
And I'm Tomina.
I'll make sure that your water is sparkling.
I clearly said tap, so that's not going to be good, is it, on your review?
And he leaves the room, and you hear it shut. Very loud. This is a very large chamber. Can I get you all to make perception checks, please?
Ooh.
Oh!
Natural 20, 24.
2 natural 20s and a 2.
And, well, no, it's a 9 because I've got +7 on this.
Miriam takes a deep breath in and has a nasal scan of the room.
So with that, I want you each to contribute a detail of this opulently designed room.
Okay. So all of the tables are made out of beautiful cellar doors because somewhere someone thought that was romantic. And there's
All of the doors are made out of tables.
yeah,
Because it's avant-garde.
it's avant-garde. And there is a cheese fondue fountain that weeps when you get within a meter of it.
Is it weeping the cheese?
Yeah, it's weeping the cheese. So it's paused, and then as you approach, it starts weeping cheese. Like, oh God, oh, I'm having such a bad time, but I hope you enjoy it. Oh.
So to clarify, there is only one table in the room, and it is yours, but everything else
right.
checks out.
Okay, great.
All right. So for me, the doors are made of tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they marble?
Marble tables.
So how do you
How
tell?
bougie are you?
No, marble
This
doors.
place is pretty bougie.
No, they're like
legs.
freedom furniture style tables, the good stuff.
But like, how do you know they're a table and not just like a rectangular
Because
surface?
they've got 4 legs
Great.
sticking out. And the server either has to bend down or tippy toe to like pivot open the door. And there's
Wildly
also
impractical.
a strobe in one corner and a DJ.
Yo, what up? This is my set. Yeah, he's playing this, by the way. This
But
romantic
he's
French music.
enthusiastically going for it, and then this just plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's DJ French Cafe.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
that's my addition to this universe.
Perfect. Tom, what is your addition to this room?
The centerpiece on the table is a big fur ball that's been like coughed up, but it's like glitter through it,
Wow.
Is that like a plaque in front of it? Like
like that.
proving that it's a piece
Like
of art?
single origin.
Single origin furball.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a commentary on where the world is going.
Up? Up and
No.
out?
No, it's the world is getting furrier and lodged in my throat.
Wonderful.
So that's what it's saying.
So on top of all of that, you also notice that next to the centerpiece, there also appears to be a large runed circle of some kind in a language you don't understand. You would know it. Just mentally checking which languages you know. It's not Infernal, Cleo, so you cannot read it. You also see on the walls just cabinets of what appear to be beautiful cooking utensils. You see one of them in particular is just filled with all different kinds of knives, and they are very fancy.
Can I steal them?
As you get up and walk toward the cabinet, you hear a noise coming from the middle of the table, a shimmery, magic-y sound. And you see a mouse person appear. She is wearing a cap, and she has your sparkling water. She steps off of the table and says, "Hello, I'm Zumi. I'll be your server today."
Zumi! How big is Zumi?
She's probably like halfling height.
You are adorable!
Thanks, I get that a lot. I've got your sparkling water here for you. She starts pouring it, and she lays out some menus. Have you dined with us before?
No, this is our first time as reviewers.
Tom's just staring at her, like fighting the urge to chase.
Oh, no.
Ma'am, would you like to have a seat?
We're just gonna have a sit down, and Miriam like pulls him into the seat.
Yes.
But like your tail's like still like smacking me in the face.
What is your house wine?
Oh. Why, we have this incredible Iscavian red imported straight from Iscavia. It's actually a favorite of the princess.
The princesses, I know her personally.
Oh, of course a person like you has met Princess Tiramicia.
I like you.
Now,
Enchanté.
for our menu today, we have 2 options, and you all have to pick the same one, unfortunately, because they're very bespoke.
Are you on the menu?
No!
Oh, That's quite the pickup line, Tom.
Unfortunately, no. But what we do have, we have the 5-course devastation menu.
The devastation menu.
Yes. Or you could go with the 500 xan'moxie per head, all you can defeat.
Obviously, we're all fabulously wealthy and money is no object.
Yes,
Correct.
I'll take the all you can defeat.
I spat this up earlier. Will that be enough?
No, it's fine. We are reviewers. We get it for free. But I could pay anyway. I'm confused.
Yes, well, paying happens at the end of the meal, like in other restaurants.
Wait.
All right, well, we'll just run then.
No. We're not running. Anyway.
All right.
What, option 1? Option 2?
The expensive one.
The 1 or the 2?
Which one's more expensive? You didn't actually give us the price of the first one.
Well, I mean, the price doesn't need to be listed in an establishment like this. But let me assure you that the devastation menu has been handpicked by our chef. 5 dishes curated to showcase the wonders of Epicuria's altar.
Right.
Devastation.
And when you say Epicura, who are you referring to
I
exactly?
told you about that earlier. She's the goddess.
Yes, the unfortunately fallen goddess of feast.
Right.
She is no longer with us as of several millennia ago, but we honor her memory with this restaurant.
Wow. You sound pretty attached. You sound pretty attached. Like you knew her personally. What?
I mean, I feel like everyone here knows her personally. We're all very passionate about food. Her spirit lives on in all the meals served here at Epicuria's altar.
We will take number 1. Devastators.
The 5-course devastation menu? Perfect. Well, the first course will be in shortly. It will be the goblin and fig terrine.
My favorite.
Yes.
Wonderful. And she steps onto the table again.
Oh, but is
the-
it possible to get some barbecue sauce?
I'll see what we can do for you.
Thank you.
And she steps into the middle of the table, and the rune circle glows, and she disappears.
And then Tom kind of goes up to it and is like trying to get in there.
No, Tom, no, that's our waiter. Wait, we're supposed to be wrecking this joint. We've just been very nicely behaved.
But I'm kind of hungry now. I didn't eat earlier because I was acting how to be judgmental about your shite food. I mean, shiitake food.
Why are we nice when we're trying to be bad, but we're bad when we're trying to be nice?
That observation hurts my 3/4 soul.
We may as well eat a couple of them though, right?
Right, we'll start off really friendly, we'll eat, and then we'll fuck shit up.
Yes.
I like that plan. Goblin terrine.
You see the rune circle glow again, and several figures emerge and jump off of the table, and you see 4 goblins that jump off the table and begin rampaging around the room. One of them goes straight for the DJ.
Not the DJ. I have grown in a strong relationship with him.
And you also see a fig tree that has just grown in one of the corners of the room.
Is this one of those things where you got to cook it yourself at the table? Those things are so naff.
Oh, this is so cheap. DJ!
Ah.
DJ!
You see DJ French Cafe is cowering in fear as 2 goblins are running over to him. And I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
I love this.
Ooh!
right.
17.
11.
19.
Oh my god.
And the goblins go last. Lucky
Yay.
them.
I boo them. Oh, I want to
Sucked
do my
in.
quick draw.
Oh, yeah, you're rolling initiative. So tell our wonderful audience what your quick draw crossbow is.
So a couple of episodes ago in the podcast, we went shopping, and I got a quick draw crossbow, which means that I can just fire a shot from the crossbow at the beginning of any battle, and then
Yeah, when
re-roll
initiative is rolled. Yeah. So who are you going to shoot it at? There's 2 goblins headed toward DJ French Cafe. There's one on the table that has just emerged where Tom was inspecting it before, and another one has just jumped off of the table near where Miriam is sitting.
I go and attack one of them that are heading for the French DJ.
Yeah, no worries.
We have a soul connection because we are both French.
I don't think he's real French either, so you're probably closer than you think. So at the sign of danger, you react and grab your quick draw crossbow, which unfolds from your waist. It's retractable. Why don't you go ahead and make an attack roll?
Pew pew. It's all crossbows, mate. Sorry, I'm gonna do it here. 13 plus 15.
A 15 is going to hit. Roll damage.
Allons-y. What's the damage for that one?
It's a d6 plus your dexterity.
D6 plus dexterity. 6.
Tell me what happens to this goblin.
It hits him right in the back of the head, and he disintegrates into blue, white, and red dust.
Wow.
So that happens, and as you see this start to happen, the goblin is knocked over and begins to disintegrate. But then a magic circle appears under it, and it is teleported out of the room.
Huh? I killed it fair and square. That is my meal.
And we're at the start of initiative. It is Tom's turn.
Oh.
How far away was the cabinet with the utensils?
It's on the other edge of this large room, so let's say it's a 60-foot cube. So it's 30 feet away from you.
Wow, it's a big cube.
It's how far?
30 feet away.
So, am I able to use one of my things to get there real quick?
Yeah, you can dash as a bonus action, so you could run there, run back. But you will provoke an attack of opportunity from the goblin on the table.
Do I still have anything on me when I changed into my dress?
You tell me. Miriam, luckily, always just has her weapons on her. We've established that. But
It's a big tuxedo.
I feel like I've
Tuxedo of
kept like
holding.
have like a garter, perhaps.
Ooh.
Oh, like a sexy
A sexy
knife garter?
yeah, and maybe I've got like a paring knife, because I was thinking that I might like cut some carrots later into little ovals. But instead, I'm going to pull out my paring knife and use my whetstone my elemental whetstone.
Sure,
that I
that'll
obtained.
be an action to use.
Correct.
Which element do you imbue this paring knife with?
I'm going to go with fire because I'm hungry and I'd like to cook.
Scorched goblin.
Yeah, yeah, little like.
Tasty.
Great. So you sharpen your paring knife on your elemental whetstone,
Yeah.
and it begins to glow red. And on the next turn, you can add elemental fire damage to your attack. And it is now Cleo's real turn.
Ooh. So then I get the wand out of my little pseudo-dwarf suit that I'm wearing.
Sure, it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
So I sure you're just wearing your regular rich clothes under that.
Yes, just my regular bejazzled clothes. I said bejazzled. And I pull out the wand, and I Eldritch Blast.
Sure, your attacks will be at disadvantage because you're in melee range, but go ahead and make them.
Am I in of the cafe lounge?
Well, because you have a
The one after
goblin.
DJ Cafe?
You have a goblin in front of you. You can still attack the
Oh.
goblin toward DJ French Cafe.
Oh, then I get my wand out and I just poke it in the face.
Sure, just make me a general attack roll.
Oh gosh. what
Because
do
my
I-
players like to hit everything with random objects. Everyone just has Tavern Brawler by default.
Alright. So, what would I get on a melee?
Sorry?
What do I get on a melee? With a wand?
It'll be your plus strength.
Oh, okay. That's only a 7.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to hit this goblin.
I just boop it on the nose. Whoop.
And it is Miriam's turn, unless you do anything else on your turn.
No.
Great. Miriam, what are you doing?
Let's make goblins smash. And then she takes out her hammer from behind her. It was here the whole time. Oh, she had like its sexy Wonder Woman style crammed down the back of her suit. Yeah.
As you pull your hammer out, you hear the iconic "Yeah" from your enchanted hammer,
That's right.
which depicts the Gargoyles family crest. 2 gargoyles just standing back to back.
Now with sunglasses. Hey, bad boys, let's clean them up. And so she's going to have 2 swipes. So there's one goblin on the table.
And one off the table next to you.
Okay, so she'll try one on the table first. And it's a 17.
That'll hit.
And then I'll just do the other attack roll on the other goblin. It's a 10.
The 10 will not hit.
Okay, cool.
But the table 1 will.
Great. So she does her planar warrior, so her hammer glows green temporarily, and she gives it a swipe. And so she does 2d8, which is 9 plus maths, 5, 6. 9 plus 6 is 15 damage.
Oh my god, you annihilate this goblin. Tell me what you do to it.
She makes goblin smash. So the hammer like sweeps into the goblin, and the goblin's like jaw dislodges, and then it just flies across the room.
And again, before it can... you definitely cause a lot of damage on the impact, but
Yeah.
before it can smash itself against the wall, magic circle appears midair, and it disappears.
Ooh, yikes! And then so when she's finished with that one, she throws her hammer at the other goblin, but it misses.
Yes, but you send your hammer flying, a thrill-seeking hammer, and you just hear the woohoo, yeah, as it circles back.
And then she holds out a hand and catches it again.
Just to clarify, the hammer is imbued with bro boy realness.
A deep magic. Deep and ancient.
Yeah. You
Yep.
actually stole that from the Lord of the Rings canon.
Yeah.
And it's the goblin's turn. The one that you just missed, Miriam, runs up to you and is going to try and swipe at you.
You can try.
What is your AC?
16 currently.
That will not hit. So you just parry this blow from these very weak swipes. The other one runs up to DJ French Cafe, who is cowering underneath his DJ deck. But the goblin is just trying to pick at him. It's back to Tom's turn.
All right, so there's 2 left.
Yes, the one on the table is gone, but
gone.
there's one harassing Miriam.
All right, I'll go for that. With my fire,
Your flaming
my
knife.
carrying knife of fire. So, where are we? Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's unfortunate. What am I adding, actually?
You're
Okay.
Yep, that one.
8.
Hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
That's what you're adding.
It's an 8.
And it is going to miss, unfortunately.
So does my paring knife stay?
Yes, for the next minute.
Yeah. Sick.
Cool.
So we are back to Cleo.
So I've got this one in front of me, right? So I...
And it is far enough away that you won't be Eldritch Blasting with disadvantage.
I'm not doing that anymore, I am.
You
You can do Eldritch Blast without disadvantage.
Oh, okay, then no. Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast!
Sure.
Pew, pew, pew.
Fire off your first one and see what happens.
Fires your missiles. 14.
That will hit.
Yes.
Can
Roll.
I fire 2 separate ones of both of them? Yeah. Okay, yep. Yep, that's 23.
They will both hit. Roll damage.
Alright. That is... 1.
Wait, I have a sound for that.
Woo! Oh my god. That's a 1 plus. So 1 gets 3 damage.
Oof.
The other one also gets 3 damage. Oh wow. This
Damn.
dice is broken.
Did you add your charisma to that?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
1 on both of those.
Wow,
rolls.
they're still alive. Wow.
They're just slightly irked.
Yeah.
I annoyed them.
Perturbed.
Just grazed them slightly. Miriam, it's back to you.
All right, let's do it, bad boys. She's gonna throw a hammer out at the 2 remaining goblins. One's there in right in front of her, right? So she'll have another swipe at him, and that is a 14.
That'll hit.
And the other one is a 22.
They'll both hit.
Also
Don't bother rolling
hits.
damage. Your strength modifier is enough.
Okay, cool.
And the bad boys go flying.
Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Sounds like we just had seconds. Ooh. And they high five each other on the hammer.
Yeah. Sweet.
And similarly, these 2 goblins that have died have also been teleported away. And all that remains is just the fig tree in the corner. We are now out of initiative.
Do we have to kill the
Can
fig
we
tree?
eat the fig tree? I'm still
Is this-
hungry.
I don't get the... I just...
mean-
What?
Well, maybe what we're doing right now is we're preparing the food.
Well, they never said nothing about that in the
Do we have
menu.
to...
Oh, but it's wanky. We're supposed to read between the lines.
It's like a deconstructed coffee.
We
Yeah.
have to water the fig tree then. We have to supposed to grow our own frigs. Grow our own frigs.
Are you okay?
Frigs. Frigs. They're called frigs. A fig tree grows frigs. Everybody knows that. That is fact.
No, it's incorrect.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
They grow
pretty sure
figs.
They grow figs. That's why it's called the fig tree.
All right,
'Cause
let's
you
just
add the
go up
R
and see if
later.
it has any.
Nope.
We walk up to the fig tree.
Yep, there are 3 figs standing right there.
Can we get one each?
Standing. Are they
The
Yo.
tree stands. Yeah, you can just reach out and grab them.
Is this like an Adam and Eve situation, though?
I don't know. is
Those
it?
were apples.
and a snake.
Well, I understand that, but
Fine, I pick one up and I eat
I
it.
thought this was like a fantasy land, guys.
Oh, sure.
Cleo, you pick one of the figs, and as soon as you pull it off of the tree, you see the same magic circle appear, and it is teleported out of sight.
Well, this is unfair. I'm hungry.
I'll pull one off too.
Well, now we don't even have to lie about our reviews of this place.
And all 3 of them disappear, and then the tree itself disappears.
Well, that was something. They didn't even bring bread.
Do we get to eat?
A nice sourdough,
I don't want the next course.
a French baguette,
And then
a Hovis loaf.
the circle in the middle of the table glows again, and Zumi appears holding 3 plates.
Does Zumi have a quest icon above their head?
Yeah, it's yellow.
Press A, press A.
And she just bats it out of the way. She's holding 3 plates, and she places them all at each of your seats. Here we are, the Goblin and Fig Terrine.
Listen.
Wait, no, there was no. What?
You go.
You're done.
Are these the ones that we killed?
Yes, the very same.
Why did we have to do that?
Why, it ensures that you have the freshest produce.
Yeah, but we paid other people to do that.
Well, we had our chefs prepare this meal, but doesn't it feel nice to harvest them yourself?
Well, you probably should have said something about that up front, so somebody else could have got quite upset and maybe hurt.
I
What
just
about-
assumed that you knew.
Cafe DJ Romeo. And she gestures in the corner.
It's fine. I work here. It happens sometimes.
I feel you. Tu parles français?
Un peu.
Ah. Oui.
Listen. Listen, Zumi, I'm going to eat this goblin, but I'm not going to be happy about it. In fact, I'm going to be characteristically angry.
Do you have any
Miriam,
barbecue
it's
sauce?
delicious.
I hate it.
Maybe a
It
bit
assaults my senses in a pleasant way.
It's like maybe a bit disintegrated, but super delicious.
Did you bring the barbecue sauce?
Ah, yes, the barbecue sauce. Here you go.
Is it
And she just
okay?
hands it to you. It's served in like a really nice bowl, but it's just like store-bought barbecue sauce.
She like licks it. Is this his irons? Did you buy me irons?
Look, if we're being honest, yes, we just had it lying around.
What do you mean? You said this is a fine establishment. I expect smoky barbecue sauce at best.
We've never had anyone ask
Do
for
I look
barbecue
like
sauce
someone
before.
who would not have smoky barbecue sauce?
Look, maybe I can go find you some smoky barbecue for your next course.
Oh, merci beaucoup. She gives it back and then starts eating the best goblin
Miriam's
she's
just
ever
like,
ate.
this is delicious.
Well, whenever you're ready, your next course will be served.
Served or we got to fight it?
What is the next course?
Why, it's my coned student Ochre Ooze.
I beg your pardon? One more time.
Mushrooms and goo.
Ah, I understood because. Where?
All
Well,
right. Well, we
whenever
don't-
you're ready. And she steps onto the table and disappears again.
Well, we don't have to fight mushrooms, so that's got to be safe.
Don't we? And then Miriam jumps on the table and kicks off the plate, takes out a hammer. She's like ready to go.
I would keep hold of that fiery knife. We all know grass types are weak against fire types.
I feel like the minute is up, but
No, yes.
The minute is up, but you do have a moment to use your whetstone again if you'd like.
yes, please.
And then is there a button, like a next round button?
There isn't one.
Oh.
You just have to declare your intention.
I declare my intentions.
And the circle begins glowing again.
Oh.
We'll keep the same initiative just to speed things up.
Okay.
But Tom, which element are you imbuing on your knife?
I'm gonna. What was coming out again?
Mushrooms and goo.
All right. No, I'm gonna stick with fire because again, that would be nice warmed up, wouldn't it?
Love it. Yep.
Great, perfect. Well, and in a moment, you see a towering mushroom giant step out of the circle.
Oh, come on.
It stands
is-
12 feet tall and immediately smashes the centerpiece away. But Miriam, you're standing on there, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I need you to make me a strength save.
That's okay, though. 24. Thank you, Matt.
You stand your ground.
When do I get to fire my crossbow?
Right now.
Ha ha ha!
Make the attack roll.
Ooh, yeah, do it in the little. Oh, natural 20.
Yay!
Ooh, nice. So roll 2d6.
2d6.
Yeah.
2d. 6 and a 5. Woo! Just rolling good. 11 plus 4. So 15.
You deal 15 damage to this mushroom.
Damn.
Mushroom man. Tom, it is your turn.
All right.
The Miriam is still. I guess you're wrestling.
I do like the Miriam, though. That's a nice title. The Miriam
Take
is
it.
wrestling.
Yeah, so you're just in a struggle. It's his large mushroom arm is just trying to knock you off, and you're just in a fight. Tom, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna try and attack him with my.
Yeah, sure.
little
Roll
parent
to
knife.
hit. You have sneak attack, as everyone is within 5 feet.
Ooh, all right. What am I doing? What am I doing?
You're doing this one. +6.
All right, so 15.
That will hit.
Yeah.
Sick. And wait, so now 3D.
yeah.
Is it 3d6?
4D.
Yes. Plus the D8 from your whetstone.
And that guy.
Wow.
And this guy.
Damn, you
How's
need
the other
heaps.
one?
There's only 3.
Here you are.
So many
That's how many.
dice. Dice.
So 3d6. Whoop, what's that? 9.
That's 4d6.
Oh, 4. Okay. 9, 11. 11, 15, 16.
Damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And you set some of his armor light. He's looking a little bit crispy, but still kicking.
Oh, dang.
Cleo, it's your
Here's a
turn.
crispy
Man.
boy.
It's my turn. Alright. I use Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame here.
Yep. It will make a dexterity save, which it fails
Yay.
very badly. So go ahead and roll damage. Is 2d8.
2d8. 2d8. Alright. 6. What are the chances? 6.
6. What does this spell look like as you cast it?
I've got my little Harry Potter-esque wand with a golden hilt, and it shoots out a green flame, Bellatrix like Lestrange style.
Sure. Like a maleficent green flame.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They kind of like it moves pretty quick, but when you look at it, it looks like it's slow. Like, do you know when you look at a clock and the second looks like it moves for longer than a second?
I have no idea what you're talking
Have
about.
anyone else? Have you ever like glanced at a clock and you're like, yeah, thank you. It's a real psychological thing. It's facts. Facts.
You see this mushroom giant have the same like look of confusion as this flame comes towards him. And it goes right through, but he's still up. And then, Cleo, you notice something was pulled at the legs of this mushroom giant, and it appears to be a red puddle that slithers toward you
Ew.
and envelops you.
Oh no.
The jelly.
And you're going to take 18 acid damage.
Wow.
And you are now suspended in this ruby red ooze.
That's spicy.
And it's Miriam's turn.
All right.
Could you make me another strength save?
Sure. That is 21.
Cool. You're still standing your ground.
Awesome. So Miriam at this point is going to take out 2 hand axes, and she's going to climb it. with the hand axes like being buried inside. So she'll do like 2 attacks
Yeah, sure.
with that.
Make each attack.
Yes. Okay, so 17 plus 7
Will hit.
will hit. And that one's a number. 3 plus 7 is 10.
The 10 will not hit.
Okay, so 1d6. She'll use a planar warrior, which adds a d8. Maths. Nice. So that's 10 plus 6, 16 points of damage.
Yeah, perfect. Tell me what happens to this mushroom, man.
So I guess she goes to like reach up and like bury the hatchet in, but it kind of just goes all the way through.
Oh. Oh. Ouch.
Perfect.
Oh, sorry.
And you come lumbering down the side of the table, and right before you hit the ground, the circle appears and the mushroom man disappears.
And so is Cleo below me?
Yes, so Cleo's just in her seat and is suspended in this ooze.
Ooh.
Chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Relaxing, all cool.
So it would be the mushroom man's turn, but it is back to Tom because he is dead.
I feel like Tom, amongst his chefing gear, would have. He's also quite an environmental fellow, and has a like a metal straw.
Sure.
So perhaps he would like try and like the goo.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to make a Constitution save against that as you plunge your metal straw into this and begin sucking. So, both it and you are going to take some damage.
I'm excited for
I'm
you.
gonna regret that.
Tom, you take 16 acid damage. But you've shrunken it enough as that Cleo's head has now emerged and she's no longer suffocating.
You're welcome.
But you feel like you've just had a really spicy meal.
Oh, wow.
Delicious.
Is it the consistency of a slushie?
No, I imagine it's like jelly.
You're sucking jelly through a
Yeah.
straw.
You know when you get jelly and you kind of like mix it up?
Why would you do that?
Have you never done that?
You ruined jelly.
No, you
I
just
do
like,
it with ice cream. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
make
yeah.
into
You
little-
go to
Stop it,
a
both of you.
Pizza Hut
Bad.
family restaurant.
Oh
and-
my God.
Okay.
I will get
anyway.
off this stage.
Do
will
you do
have
anything else on your turn,
solid
Tom?
Can I? At that point?
You've got a bonus action.
Oh right.
But if you don't, it's Cleo's turn, and Cleo is going to take 22 acid damage.
Woof.
Ouchie, mama.
Wow. Can I not pull out a spoon and also eat some? Or is that going to make me? No.
You could have done that as part of the straw sucking,
Yeah,
but
no, that's
still
fine
the
then.
amount of damage you took.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to repeat that.
All right.
Wasn't worth it. Enjoy your head.
Yes, Cleo, you've taken 22 acid damage, and it is now your turn.
Cool. All right. That leaves me on 1.
Your body feels a bit numb.
I want to do lightning lure.
Ooh, let's see if you'll actually successfully cast this spell.
I've never successfully cast
4 times in this campaign. It makes a save. And it succeeds.
It's on me.
Yeah, but you're also having difficulty wiggling your fingers around to cast this spell. There's just a little spark,
Fair.
but you're still trapped.
All right.
With
then
what, 1 hit point remaining?
I Fey teleport across the room.
Yep, great. You could use your Fey teleportation feat and Misty Step 30 feet away.
Yep. Get off me.
Cool. You teleport away in a shimmering mist, and you're still covered in a bit of ooze, but it's fine. You're fine.
I start eating some of the leftover goblin steak on the table.
It does not restore any hit points.
It's good though.
Oh, yes. Super delicious. It's Miriam's turn.
Okay, cool. So she's still got her 2 hand axes, so she'll have a couple of swipes at the thing.
Yeah, sure.
So that's a 19
Mm-hmm.
and a 17.
Roll damage for both.
Cool. So that is a 9 and a 8.
Yep. And you slice through this goo. You deal this damage, but you do split it into 3.
Oh no!
Is that better? Did you make it better?
Some say 3 cubes of jelly are better than 1.
Nobody's
but don't
ever
you do
said
that thing when you have jelly and you mush it down?
No!
You mush?
No one does that! You're
People do
monsters!
And Tom, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pull out a whisk. And I'm gonna like beat the jelly with my whisk.
Make me an athletics check because you're using a lot of upper body strength to really whip this
Well,
goo.
we all know how that turns out. Oh, 18.
-1.
No, it was
that
19.
was minus
Oh,
one.
19. Okay.
I'm the one who can do maths.
All right.
So with an 18, you whip this goo and it turns into an inert foam. You do dissolve the whisk, but it is no longer crawling toward you. And the magic circle appears and it is teleported away.
Wait, just the one cube?
Just the one.
Okay. You're welcome.
That's your fault.
Yep.
Could have done the whole thing.
And now it's Cleo's turn.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, sure. One at each.
Yep. Ooh, go. So one of them is a 24 and the other one is an 8.
The 24 will hit.
24. The one closest to me. Sorry, Miriam. 1d10. Not using that other d10. That was naughty. 12 damage.
Tell me what happens to it.
And it just and disappears.
Then it disappears.
Yep.
It
Not
is.
everything has to be epic.
No, of course not. It's the remaining one. It's like about the size of like a small dog, and it just begins.
Like a shih tzu.
Yeah, like a
A
shih tzu.
chihuahua.
Yeah, like a chihuahua size.
Yeah.
And it
Cute.
begins crawling toward Miriam.
Fair enough.
Don't cut it up this time, please.
And I pre-rolled and I got a 17, so I believe that's going to hit.
Yes.
Great. You're going to take 8 acid damage.
Woof.
And it is your
I
turn.
mean, it burns. Oh, I'm an angry reviewer.
Miriam, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop the 2 hand axes. That's what they're called. And I'm
Axes.
gonna pull out my hammer and have a couple of swipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
24 again,
That'll
and
hit.
that's non-natural 20.
Roll
so 2
damage.
hits.
Wow.
And I smash it with the hammer. 10 plus 12 is 22.
And it goes splat and is teleported away.
I can't believe after all I said I'm smashing it up.
Karma. It's a goo.
You know, sooner or later, we're all goo.
No, that's wrong.
No, I will be incinerated as normal xan'moxie custom. I will not never be a goo.
You won't?
No, you're wrong.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
but I...
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Weird goo.
And moments later, Zumi appears with 3 plates. 3 bowls, in fact, of this myconid and ochre jelly stew.
Okay, what was that about?
What do you mean?
That goo, not cool with me, okay?
But you still succeeded.
Yes, but does this have any restorative powers? Asking for a friend.
Why would you need that?
Because we are reviewers. We need to be at the top of the game.
Well, unfortunately, I can't help you with that, but I did bring you the smoky barbecue sauce.
You mean you bought me just smoky barbecue sauce?
Yes, to have with this stew.
No, but you didn't bring me the special hickey smoky barbecue sauce.
Oh, no, I got this from the widest grocer in town.
The what?
The widest.
The whitest.
They had a cheese room.
I cannot believe.
How many kinds of cheeses they got?
At least 100 and all imported.
I'll be there.
Wow. And it doesn't even have any restorative powers, does it?
You wanted barbecue sauce? Anyway,
You're sassy for a waiter. I just want to say I'm writing this in my review.
well, enjoy your meal, and we'll be ready with the next course.
I don't know if we want to do the next course.
I don't want to do it at all.
We are
I
fine
want
for
to
the
leave.
next course.
No, we're not fine.
No, not. That's not what I meant. Not like we're
We
done
don't want it.
with the devastation.
We are full.
Le fini.
We're full.
Le.
Oh, you can't stop the devastation menu only 2 courses in.
Yes, we can, because I'm rich.
But the next course is griffin wing served in 4 elements.
No,
That sounds terrible.
That sounds Very distressing for someone on 1 HP.
Listen, I'm normally very cool-headed, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going to ask for the manager.
You better watch out.
All right, he'll be with you in a moment. Enjoy the stew.
Thank you, Zoomy. And I look at the name badge.
Yes, thank you for remembering my name.
Well, I didn't. I had to read it. Ah!
And she leaves.
Oh, wow.
I'm really feeling this character. I don't know about you.
I am very confused and a little bit weak. Can I use some of my healing light?
Absolutely. You will be able to use it once
Only
before
once?
something happens.
How do you mean?
So you can roll 2d6.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant ever. I was like, what?
Only once.
That's 7 extra health. 8 HP.
Look out.
You bathe yourself in some golden light, and then a moment later, the circle glows.
Can it be rain?
Can what be rain?
I don't want light. I want rain.
Sure, you shower yourself in golden healing rain.
I just wanted you to say it. I'm sorry.
Rich fantasy world.
And an orc appears in chef's whites and a large chef's hat. And he's got a big twirly moustache.
That's a nice outfit.
Merci. There was a problem here.
There's a problem here.
Well, I'm Varosh Lacloche, and I'm the owner of this restaurant.
What did you say, sir? I didn't hear you.
Varosh Lacloche. You haven't heard of my name?
No, say it one more time.
Varosh Lacloche.
Okay,
Now, what appears to be the problem here?
Well, what appears to be the problem is this. And she pulls out a festering goblin limb that she's been holding on to. It's like, this goblin's got worms.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know how this could have happened.
I'll tell you how it
teleportation circle should have taken that back. We should have seen it. It certainly didn't make it into your food.
I can only imagine the scandal this would cause if it got out.
And what's that? That looks like a small crab in my soup. That's not meant to be there. This is meant to be vegetarian.
Perhaps if this did get out, it would be a scandal. Then what if you didn't get out?
That sounds ominous.
That sounds like more of a scandal.
You know, I think I'm starting to understand what you're saying, though. You know, I don't think we could hypothetically stop a scandal like this from getting out, but we could certainly find a famous chef like you a new home to cook at. Some sort of gourmet toasty restaurant.
That's so weird. That's what I'm opening.
Weird. That opportunity would be there.
Excuse me, Babloche le Flamme. And I said, guys, we are supposed to be incognito. You literally just said where you are from and who you are.
No, I didn't tell him that my name's Tom rather than Tamina, so I think we're safe.
And I'm Gary Gargoyles, a.k.a. Gigi.
Yes, Gary.
And then Tom pulls out the glasses again with the nose and the moustache.
Just turn back.
Just for good measure.
Pepe Le Pew.
If you're quite done, in case I wasn't clear, I intend to kill you.
What?
What?
And he brandishes 2 large butcher's knives.
I quick draw fire bow.
And we'll resolve that in 15 minutes. We're just gonna have a little intermission.
Intermission. That's the mission.
So when we last left off, the 3 of you are dining at the restaurant Epicurious Altar, and after 2 near-deadly courses, you're now facing off with the owner of this restaurant, Varosh Lacloche, who has brandished 2 very large butcher's knives in this closed-off dining room. So why don't we roll initiative? Which we should have rolled during the break, but here we are.
Here we are, rolling it in real time. 9.
Hey.
15.
6.
And a crossbow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that crossbow. So could I get those initiatives again?
9.
6.
15.
6.
Pew, 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 pew. Do I roll to see if it hits first?
Yes.
That That is a 13.
That will not hit. He deflects it with one of his butcher's knives. But Tom, it's your turn first.
All right. So in my little garter belt, I had the paring knife, but I've also got my short sword. Yeah.
It seems odd that you'd choose the paring knife knowing you have a full short sword.
It just seemed like the right move at the time.
Okay.
Fair.
And I wasn't wrong.
I respect your
Yeah,
choices.
no. Yes.
So, yeah, I'm going to pull out the short sword and go for a bit of an attack.
Yep, go for it. Make an attack. You do not have sneak attack. He is far away from everyone.
All right. What am I throwing?
I believe that's a +7 with your stats.
What am I adding, though?
What are you doing? Are you throwing the short sword?
Oh, right. What am I doing?
Are you running up and attacking
How far
him?
away is he?
He's within running distance.
With him running?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I want to go, like, just give him a good jab.
Yeah, sure. Make an attack roll.
Having a jab.
Having a jab.
What am I adding?
+7.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, that's going to be like 24.
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah,
hits.
cool.
It's a d6 plus your dexterity.
All right. 5.
Sure. You nick him for 5. And it's his turn.
Ouch.
He's going to be mad at me.
And he turns to you, Tom, and he swipes at you with his very large butcher's knife.
Chef on chef action.
And he misses. In fact, I think he parries with your short sword, and you're just engaging steel on steel.
This is like Iron Chef, but different.
He locks eyes with you, and he sees something, like the chef's spirit.
Oh, yeah, true.
A spirit du chef.
And he recognizes, yes, I see your fellow chef hiding under this trashy dress.
That's
What
not
was
trashy.
that word?
I think I look pretty.
And his other arm, he's going to just fling this butcher's knife at you, Cleo.
Oh, damn. What do I have to roll?
Well, he just rolled a crit.
Oh, damn.
Ouch.
So, you're going to take 14 damage.
Well, Cleo falls asleep. As she yells, "You are getting no stars."
So as he spins around after parrying Tom's short sword with one of his butcher's knives, and then he throws the other one at you, and it hits you square in the chest, and it feels fatal almost. And then you feel your body begin to disintegrate as a magic circle appears beneath you,
Cleo!
and you are teleported
You're
away.
gonna be dinner.
And Cleo, it's your turn, and you wake up in a different room. It looks like a giant walk-in freezer.
Yes, you hide, you chef with good strength. Weakling. Why am I still French?
And you are on 1 hit point, and you appear to be in a cage. And
Ouch.
all around you, you see produce and things in boxes, but also other cages filled with all variety of creatures and monsters, and also people, just general xan'moxians.
But is my cage like a high-class cage?
It's in fact the filthiest cage they have.
This is disgusting. Mouse person! Mouse person! Ding, ding, ding. She somehow finds a bell.
And no one heeds your call.
Ouch. I cast healing light on myself then.
Sure.
Cool.
You heal yourself. Is it still a golden shower?
Still golden shower 7.
You shower yourself for 7 hit points, and we go back to the dining room, and it is Miriam's turn.
And that happened in a cage. That's definitely a kink. Yes, my turn. Okay, so I'm going to be really emotional seeing my good pal and friend disintegrated. And she's going to charge, like, teary-eyed at La Roche-Lacloche. And she's just going to be like, "Osh my gosh," and swing the hammer 2 times at Lacroche. Dosh. Vosh. Words. Okay, so that's 15 to hit on one and 17 on the other.
They will both hit.
Yes. So you're going to use a planar warrior on the first one, which will be 2d8. They're already out because I'm that organized. 6 plus 6. It's 12 points of damage on the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is 7 points of damage.
Very good.
Right.
You get 2 very good hits in. And you see him stumble, and his chef's hat falls off.
Oh.
And you see underneath some hat hair, there is a rat who is pulling at his hairs.
Is it the mouse person?
No, it's like an actual rat, as opposed to Zumi, who is a mouse person.
Is it controlling him?
Yes, the rat appears to be tugging at hairs on this orc's head.
Is this like Pinky and the Brain?
No, this is obviously.
What?
What? It's Ratatouille!
Oh, of course.
Is this the Blair Witch Project?
Maybe for you in a cage.
Yeah.
Rat! She says.
And it would be back to Tom's turn, but you see the table glow again as Zumi appears, surrounded by 4 griffins, which all fly out in every direction and begin swooping at you.
Oh,
Tom, it's your turn.
That just got harder, didn't it? Well, obviously, Tom wants to go after the rat on the head for multiple reasons. So claws are out and he's just going to pounce, because I'm still right in front of him, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to like jump up to his head and just try and claw the rat.
Sure. Roll with disadvantage. It's a small target.
That should make it easier. What am I doing though? What is this?
Plus
This
6
is.
there.
Oh, it is always that. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, this
That's
is
a
bullshit.
D12. So
Oh,
roll a D20.
that looks the same.
Looks similar, yeah.
They look the same. Oh.
That was higher. That was a 16.
Yeah, but it's with a disadvantage.
disadvantage, yeah, true.
So
Ouch.
10.
So 10 is not enough. You see the rat pull at one of the chef's hairs, and he brings up the butcher's knife to block your attack.
Ah.
Ouch.
I hate it, but it's kind of charming. Look at his little paws.
And it's the griffins, and 2 of them are going to swoop at you, Tom. And one of them is going to hit for 16 slashing damage.
Whoa.
Down. I'm down.
You're down?
I'm down.
Damn.
And you feel a fatal rend to your chest as you begin to disintegrate. And then you appear in a cell next to Cleo.
Look.
She's
Oh, hello.
damp for some reason.
Oh, mine's much nicer than yours, isn't it?
I am offended. I have literally worked in hell, and this is a peak level for me. I am not comfortable.
So the 2 remaining griffins attack you, Miriam,
What up?
and one of them crit.
Yeah, cool.
So you're gonna take some damage.
Okay, dokie.
First attack is a 13
Damage?
damage,
Okay.
and the second is 17.
Okay, so 23. So I'm on 26 hit points.
Wow.
You beefy.
I'm beefy girl.
It is back to Varosh, and you see the rat take control of his hair again and begin charging toward you, Miriam. And he's just going to go for the 2 butcher slice. And miss both times.
She knows wildlife, so she feels good about this.
So it's back to you, Cleo.
So is that like, what's the lock like on this cage?
Roll me an investigation check.
Also, am I out of initiative now, or?
You're still in initiative.
Okay. Investigation 16.
Yep, so it appears to be a lock that requires a key.
So
As opposed to, like a padlock or a magical lock. You've determined the nature of this lock.
I blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Sure, make an attack.
2 attacks.
2 attacks.
So 15 and 22.
That will both hit the stationary lock. Could you go ahead and roll damage for me?
Oh damn. Come on, D10. Just got to get some coins from my purse.
Is that one?
Here we go. 17.
17 damage?
Yep.
Yep. You do something to the lock. It looks a bit banged up, but it's still not quite open.
Can I kick it for a bonus action for fun?
You can kick it as a bonus action, but not do anything about it.
I'll still kick
Yeah,
it
you just kick the lock.
on principle.
Miriam, it's back to you.
Okay.
You are engaged in melee with Chef Varosh Lacloche,
Alright.
and you also see Zumi is about to act after you. She makes murder eyes at you.
So, reaching deep into her park ranger, park wilds training, she's going to summon the spell Animal Friendship and cast it on the rat, which seems to be controlling the orc.
Yeah, sure. Could you make me a spell attack roll to try and attack this moving target?
Okay, great.
Chain of the rat.
9. And my spell attack, which is something I've used before, ooh, +4, 14.
Yeah, that's enough. And you lay a hand on this rat. And tell me how this spell looks.
She takes out a piece of cheddar and then blows on it, and it glows gold for a second, and then a god-awful smell comes out and it wafts under its nose.
And you see the rat take the bait as he inspects it and then is overcome by this spell. And then you see his eyes go wide and his pupils dilate.
Yeah, you take that cheddar.
And he's looking at you dreamily, as if he were an old friend.
Why don't you be a good pal and let go of that orc?
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And he jumps off of the orc and onto you. I'd rather pilot a friend. And he begins tugging at your hair. And you feel your arms begin to move.
Oh no. No, not like this. Not like, and then she'll start trying to like reach for a glass jar to swipe him off.
Sure, you can do that on your next turn.
Okay, great.
But currently you're just being controlled by this rat. It is Zumi's turn, and this mousefolk takes off her server's cap that she is wearing, revealing a different rat.
Wait. The mouse person's being driven by a rat?
Correct.
Okay, great.
Hey, what are you doing? And then Zumi grabs a metal serving tray and then just flings it at the rat on top of your head. And she misses. And it just goes flying. And we're back to Tom. Tom, you are in this freezer with Cleo.
So I'm in a cage of my own.
And you're doing just fine.
Well, you're next to Cleo, but yes, you are in a cage.
Do I also have the same kind of lock situation?
But you've got claws.
Well, I got claws. What I was thinking, like, I need to get the lock open, though, right? No? Yeah? Yeah. So I would also have, like, skewers in
Sure.
my utensils, you know? And so I was going to use the skewers to unpick the lock.
Just make me roll with your Steve's tools.
Steve Tools?
Steve tools.
Your Steve Tools. Which are
Because we've established that any pointy object you pull out of your chef's clothes are thieves'
Becomes-
tools.
Steve's Tools. Which is stole from Steve.
11.
Unfortunately, with an 11, you do not get the lock open, and you snap the skewer in half.
Ah. I was going to make, like, some sort of cheese skewer. 6 cheeses I was going to go for. It was going to be a record.
That's ambitious, I shout from the other cage.
And
Thanks,
it's
Cleo.
back to the griffins that are still circling the room. There's 4 of them, and they all go for Miriam.
But I'm controlled by a rat now. Look, beep boop. No need to hit poor Miriam.
Only one of them hit.
Okay.
For 9 slashing damage, as these 4 griffins begin swooping at you, Miriam. But the rat on your head is moving you out of the way.
Oh.
And you feel a sense of animal friendship coming from this rat that is keeping you safe. It is back to the chef's turn, who picks him up off the floor and looks around and, oh, what's going on? Where am I? What is this place? And he's going to spend his turn being confused. Back to Cleo. You are in the freezer.
Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast! Just off and off. 18 and 40?
The 18 will hit. Roll damage for that.
Cool. Where's my D? Maths. 7.
And that 7 is enough to finish up this lock, which you shatter, and the door just swings open with a creak.
Now I'm going to go to the high-class cage, unlike you peasants. And I walk over to a gold gilt. No, I'm joking.
And you hear people, help, get us out of here.
Shut up. Where's my poor friend? And I just go past. I'm like, no, they had bigger claws. No, they're
I'm right here, Cleo.
Just swiping
I was literally
left.
next to you.
Swiping left.
Why can't you see me? I was in the nicer cage, remember?
Yes. And I go to help Tom.
Sure. And you can do that on your next turn. And it's back to Miriam.
Yes.
Could you make me a Constitution save?
Constitution, she can, and it's not great. It's a 6. It's a 6.
You do not have control of your actions this turn.
Tiny rat!
And the rat pilots you in the direction of Zumi, and you hear the rat say, I'm going to help my friend. That's what I'm doing. And you will make an attack against Zumi. 2 attacks, in fact.
Hey, so I saw Zumi try and get rid of the rat on my head.
Mm-hmm.
So an ally. I'm sorry, Zumi. I did think you were uniquely cute. And what am I swatting with my hand or my hammer? Or?
If you're not holding any weapons, then yeah, just unless they're on the ground.
What was I doing? I probably had my hammer.
You probably have your hammer.
Yeah, sorry, Zumi. 17.
Ouch.
That'll hit.
And the other attack's a 19.
That'll also hit.
Sorry, Zumi. Oh, boy. Okay.
Ouch. Zumi goes
Animal
Zumi.
friendship. I didn't cast it on the right mouse. That's 9 on one and 10 on the other. Thanks. Maths, folks.
And you knock out Zumi, who is a civilian.
Oh, no.
And she is knocked out, and the
Wait,
rat...
did I knock out the rat on top of Zumi?
No, the rat was going for Zumi.
Oh, so it wasn't yet on Zumi.
So
Got it.
Zumi is knocked out, and the rat just jumps off of her. And you are still being moved. And you hear the rat say, there we go. Let's get out of here, Fred.
Let's get out of here, friend.
And we're back to Tom. Miriam, Cleo is in front of your cage.
I've got a meat tenderizer. And I want to just smash the lock.
Go ahead and make me your favorite ability check.
Don't even have to ask.
It's so terrible.
You do a lot of athletics-based things, Tom.
Is that
I have
actually
proficiency in
Should
locking.
come back as a buff character.
Oh, that's a 2. That is.
Woof.
That is a.
The meat tenderizer gets tenderized by the lock.
That's unfortunate. I was gonna tenderize some cheese later.
You see the griffins back in the dining room. They go to swoop for you again, Miriam. Also, I just remembered, DJ French Cafe is just there still. He's just continuing to play music.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
What's the vibe like in here? Is it still French cafe music?
Yeah, still. It's just like imagine like slow-mo romantic French strings
Like
while this
the
whole
g-
fight is
like-
happening.
Girl from Ipanema.
Yeah.
Mouse control.
You see the serving platter that Zumi threw at you has bounced off of a wall and had knocked the headphones off of DJ French Cafe to reveal yet another rat.
God damn it.
But it's the Griffin's turn, and all 4 of them are going to swoop on you again, Miriam. I should have more than one d20 that I'm rolling, but here I am.
Ooh.
And one of them crit again.
Yep.
Ouch.
How much health did you have left?
17 hit points.
Yeah, I'm going to stop rolling because I've passed that number.
Peace. Goodbye, animal friend.
And you begin disintegrating. The rat jumps off of you and just gives you a, no, Miriam.
It was brief. What's your name, quickly?
Rat King Verminous.
Rat King Ravenous, I always remember you.
And you disintegrate and you appear in a freezer in a filthy cage with an open door.
She takes out a chisel and starts carving Rat King Verminus's name into the wall. I'll never forget you.
Miriam, what are you doing, Miriam?
We got had by tiny rats.
What?
They were driving the chefs.
You mean rats driving?
Yes, they were on their heads, driving us like people. They drove me before you got knocked unconscious. It happened after. I don't know when I am. I think I traveled back in time to get to this cage.
I am very confused.
I tried to get one.
You see the freezer door open, and a sous chef walks in without a hat, and you see a rat is piloting his movements as well, and he's just holding a crate, and he does not see the three of you. He just walks into the freezer and just goes over to a shelf and just starts putting stuff into the crate.
I'm just like standing there like frozen, like expecting to be caught but not moving just in case. And I haven't. And did I look like a civilian?
Yeah, just a scrawny teen being piloted by a rat. The rat himself is whistling, and he sacks up the crate and then walks out of the freezer.
Okay. Okay, I believe the rat thing.
Help us! Get us out of here!
Shh! Poor people, we're talking.
I'm still stuck in here, but you might want to let me out at least.
You're a lock. You pick locks.
Yeah, I tried, but
you've got a lock and
look,
you.
I think maybe the dress is too tight, and so it's just affecting my skills.
Take off the dress.
Whoa!
Hey!
If you want to.
Thank you. I do, and then Tom takes the dress off, and underneath is just a full chef's outfit that was somehow...
Perfect. Yeah, the whites were coming through the shoulders.
Is there any keys around? Can I see keys?
Yeah, there's a ring of keys just on the door.
Oh, we should have thought of that.
Oh, I go and I start putting them in one by one and turning.
Everyone?
No,
just for me.
Okay, just Tom.
Just Tom.
Get it. You have the keys. Just get us out of here.
Will you be quiet?
Just
Do
get
I come
me
to
out,
your
Cleo.
house and I'm like, minor things. I'm tired. No, I don't. Have some respect for rich people.
You also see a hooded figure who is at the back of its cage. There's just shadows radiating from it. No, you should let me out. Get me out of here.
Deaf, I've told you before. We won't accept you in hell. We're not accepting you here. Shut up.
Come on.
Nope. You silly little trickster. Anyway, I get Tom out with the keys.
Maybe just chuck the keys to someone else. They can do the rest.
No.
Oh.
I pocket them.
And the freezer door opens again, just a crack, and a rat runs through. And Miriam, you recognize your new friend. Oh, I made it. Oh, hi, Miriam.
Well, hey there, little guy, Rat King, right?
You don't have to call me by my full title.
Oh, of course. And, well, you know what? I have this super cool jar I want to show you. Do you want to check out this jar?
If that's what friends do.
Oh, absolutely. That's what friends do. I have a lot of friends.
Yes.
I've never had friends before. Being a king.
In jars! I know, I've heard it all before. Friendship's a tough gig, but you gotta work at it. And then she tightens the lid.
Okay, now we've got the talking rat in the jar.
But it's important that you keep pushing through. And then she punctures some holes in the top so the rat can... How you going in there?
Oh, good. I can breathe again. I was worried for a second.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you want to go like on a picnic or maybe go hiking or?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think a picnic would be a great time to talk about what was happening in that restaurant with your friends.
What do you mean? Oh, my subjects.
Yes, they're driving people around like tiny chariots.
Yeah, we're like trying to sacrifice some people and resurrect Epicuria.
Oh.
That's not a good thing.
That's awkward.
Well, you're a pal, right? You could ask them not to do that.
Sure, but why would I want to do that? I'm
why
your
would
friend,
you
but
want to
I
do
have
it?
needs and goals still.
What are your needs and goals?
To resurrect Epicuria and have her begin the endless feast upon all of mortal realms.
Why?
Yeah, I've always wondered when people have such evil, ominous plans, it's clearly at the expense of them. Like, what's your motivation?
Oh no, we'll be rewarded with a glorious golden feast in the afterlife. Unlike the rest of you.
I-
Miriam, I'll ask Epicure if she'll spare you.
What about this? If you're after a feast, I know just the place for a great toasty with as many types of cheeses as you might like, as long as they're all cheddar.
Can we sacrifice 273 people?
We could sacrifice 273 different types of cheeses.
Yeah, that's gonna work. Epicure wants human sacrifice. Or cat person, or elf, or dwarf, whatever.
Oh, that's nice. That's very inclusive.
Yes, I appreciate that approach.
But,
Anyway, we're going to leave now.
No.
What?
Before we go, because you're a pal, I just wanted to know, would these rat people follow anyone else if something terrible happened to you?
I mean, yeah, probably. Probably next in line.
Oh,
And who's that?
My younger sister.
Who-
right.
Where?
Well, she was the one that was piloting Zumi.
Of course.
I use Mask of Many Faces to look like our rat friend in the jar.
You can do that if you want to look very large. You can look like a giant rat in a giant jar, but you cannot make yourself look that small.
Okay. I want to just look. I don't want the jar. I just want to look like the rat.
So you could turn yourself into a giant rat
Yes.
walking in a vaguely humanoid figure,
Called Rat King what?
verminous, but you also look like a real... You look like a were-rat.
Yeah. That's what I want
You're
to
like a large rat.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a regular-sized rat.
Yeah.
Well, that looks nothing like me.
Well, that looks nothing like me. We'll see about that. And I leave the freezer and I walk into the kitchen, I presume.
Yeah, sure. There are just a bunch of people preparing food. None of them are wearing hats. They're all openly rats here. And they all turn to you and... one of the creatures got out again. I'll get the mallet.
I am Rat King Vesuvius.
Yes. And one of the chefs just has a large spiked mallet and just put it back in the cage.
Okay, hold on. And I go back in the freezer, I close the door again. That didn't work. Stupid rat, why do you think that would work? Why did you tell me that would work?
Miriam, I don't like your friends.
I start shaking
We're
the
friends,
jar.
but I don't have to be friends with your friends.
Look, there's a reason I put you in the jar and not them. All right. Well, it seems that it's come time to test the bonds of friendship. And a true friend would get inside my other friend's mouth.
What?
Yep. You know, the traditional mouth-carrying ways of your people, Tom.
I will gladly carry a rat in my mouth.
So you want me to get inside your cat friend's mouth?
It's the greatest friendship honor.
Did you roll me persuasion with advantage?
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh.
-1 to charisma. Oh, 14?
Well, if this is what friends do.
You bet.
And Verminous just...
And I feel like Tom's mouth, like jaw drops down and the tongue goes out like a red carpet.
Like a Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
great.
I'm
and he just
imagining.
crawls in. All right. What now? Are you just swallowing him? Mm-hmm. All right. You swallow him.
Yes, I did.
So we've gone from golden showers to vor.
Happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
You swallow this rat king.
Yeah, I
Is
did.
there a vent near us?
No.
No.
There's like a fan.
No.
Couldn't crawl through it. A rat could have done it, but the kicking stopped a couple seconds ago.
Yeah.
Fine.
Gone.
I think, I'm glad they're gone. They were quite annoying.
Don't you have someone you can summon and do your bidding?
No, that was hell. I'm in heaven now. Yes, but we could also just release all of these people.
Oh.
Get them to fight battles on our behalf.
Of course, a people army.
Except Death. Death stays in the cage. Stop it, Death.
Come on.
Not bad.
Come on.
Nope. Remember the last time we let you out in that bitch in Magaluf?
Yes, and did we have a fun time?
Yes, but it was very tiring to get you back in that sunbed cage. There was a sunbed.
Yeah, you kind of had to be there.
Yeah, it makes sense when you were there.
It was like a whole thing.
There was a fishbowl with And then we had vodka. Remember the vodka slam?
All right, just start opening the cages.
Yes, fine.
I've
That's
done
what
my
we've been
bit.
saying this entire. We've been talking this entire time. You've not been listening to
Yes,
us.
I know, and I could not hear myself.
There's like 5 minutes left. If you just released all of us, we could just stampede this restaurant and just remove all the rats for these people.
Fine.
Yeah, what she said.
They've got a point.
All right. We'll each take a weapon. And then I look at a shelf full of spatulas.
Sure, there's a shelf full of spatulas here.
In the freezer.
Yeah,
Well,
gotta keep them cold, keep them frosty.
I guess it's spatulas then. And I hand them out.
So you're just systematically handing out spatulas
Yeah.
to people you released from these cages.
Yeah.
Some of them are just horrible monsters who just begin immediately running out.
You weren't trained for this. Get back here.
A 3-headed lizard just barrels out of the freezer and just starts rampaging around to the kitchen.
Okay. Maybe we're good.
Yeah.
Can we just stand back and kind of watch them and see?
And then some of the civilians just begin running out with spatulas.
All right. Good luck, you.
Go do the good
Go
thing.
spatch.
Miss the 2 HP. See you on the other side.
dead! Long live the queen! Oh, they've gotten out again! Oh my god, it's a bloodbath!
So,
We're just regular rats that can just control people. We're no match for these monsters.
do you just want to go to another restaurant?
Yeah,
after? 'Cause
this
I'm
one
still
was
pretty
shit, but I
hungry.
reckon we could give a pretty bad review.
Yep.
We'll say they've got a
And-
rat problem.
Oh my god, they've gotten to the self-destruct button. Why do we have a self-destruct button?
I think they made like a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burger.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm getting the low carb option. I'm full.
Yes.
Duck! And you hear an explosion coming from the center of the restaurant. The force of this explosion shuts this freezer door.
Tell me, Mr. French man's arm flies into the room as that happens.
Absolutely.
Great.
Along with a baguette.
How is he eating that and mixing the sweet French tunes?
Vive le DJ.
And the door slams shut, and the boom subsides, and all 4 walls of this freezer just come down. And just like the start of this episode, you are on the smoldering remains of a restaurant.
Yay!
Thank you so much for coming. Time got a bit away from us there, but we've been Dungeons and Drag Queers.
Wasn't that a thrilling conclusion? Join us next time for another riveting installment of Dungeons and Drag Quiz! Dungeons and Drag Quiz is a production of Cleo and the Queens. For more information, head to thequeens.com.au. That's the kwqueens.com.au. The City of xan'moxie is written and run by the DM up in your DMs, Peak Distapan. The sultry voice of Cleo Fallcharges was none other than AJ Lamarck. Ranger Park Ranger Miriam Gargoyles was, of course, Jack Gorman. The terrific tones of Tomcat provided courtesy of Candace Gallimore. Titles, credits, and additional writing performed by the disembodied voice of Ryan James Pearson. And a special thanks to Danny Johnstone of D Johnstone Music for the D&DQ theme song. Follow D&DQ AU on Twitter and Facebook to stay up to date with the latest D&DQ news. That's all for now. Until next time, the City of xan'moxie bids you adieu.